See, look at Miss Roberts. Miss Roberts, I'm going to write a book one day, and you know what it's going to be called? It's going to be called When to Run: Insecurities on Males and Females. That's what it's going to be called.
I think that would sell definitely.
Are you going to start off where we left off last class?
I'm going to do problems on the homework. I got about 6 or 7 problems, which I think will cover a lot of the questions y'all might be having. And then I'll answer questions. You know, the last question I think we went over was a multi-step question. I think that's one we went over. So we're going to go ahead and start there. But Miss Roberts, I'm with you. I didn't hear what you said about my book, but I'm going to write that book one day, and I'm going to make $1 million.
It would sell, definitely.
What'd you say?
It would definitely sell, I would think, especially around.
Oh yeah, it would only be about 50 pages, but all the indicators that I have like 3 indicators for women, you know, for men to check with women, and then I have like 20 indicators for men. And you know, if you're dating a guy that's 25 years or older and he's still living with his mother and father, that's an indicator.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And another indicator, if he's over 25 and he plays video games all day long instead of working, that's an indicator.
I digress on that one. I play video games.
Oh, well, that's different. You're a female. You can play video games.
That's
guys, they
sexist.
need to get to work. What?
That's sexist.
Oh, come on. I'm just okay. Whatever. See, I can't say anything. I just. All right. So here we go. First question. And if a guy don't own a car and he rides around with people all the time and the female drives all the time, that's usually an indicator too. But we will. Yep. That gets a little deep. That's a little deep. Okay. There's more explanation with that.
Or if his mom has to drive him around everywhere and he's like 20.
Yeah. And that's the ones, for some reason, y'all females, y'all like those people for some reason. I don't know.
Not this female, not this one.
Okay, Mr. Okay, with my Xbox and my turbocharged. now, Mr. Vanessa, if your car came with a turbocharge on it, then that's okay. But I'm just missing. It's just enough fun. I'm not saying most, but I will say this: most men should not get married until they're 35 years old. Period. That should be an amendment to the Constitution.
I disagree.
Why do you think that?
Because most men are stupid until they get to be about 35. Most men. So I think some that go in the military and they grow up real quick in the military. They find out real quick, you know. But yeah, 35 should be an amendment. Most, unless they have matured, you know, through the military or Peace Corps or Red Cross or been working since they were 15 years old or something like that. Yeah, they shouldn't get married. Women, 25. So that should be an amendment to the Constitution. All right. Let's go ahead and get started. Look at all these questions. They're all out of 5.3, and I can guarantee you most of them probably be multi-step. So let's go ahead and see what they look like. Let's see if they're in order. Yes, they're in order. So this is 5.3, number 51 in the book. It looks like number 51 in the book, and number 22 online. Did y'all notice how much interaction I got with y'all while we were talking about that? So I got interaction out of y'all today.
We don't do that anymore.
What?
Now that we're actually on the subject at hand.
Yeah, we got it. Now everybody's going to be quiet and not talk to me. All right, here we go. The first one says, okay, this is one we did the other day, and I'm just going to go through and do it because I know that somebody will have this on a, you know, so we're going to go ahead and do it. And I might be overlapping from last time, but that's okay because that's all I'm going to do today is homework questions. All right, so we're going to change x is equal to 0.1 repeating. So I'm going to multiply by 10. And I'm going to get 10x is equal to 1.1 repeating. And now I get, now I have two equations. I'm going to subtract them from each other. 10x is equal to 1.1 repeating, and 1x is equal to 0.1 repeating. And that will give me, get my handy dandy red marker out. And that's what you want to happen. You want the repeating to cancel. That's what you want to happen. And that leaves us with 9x is equal to 1. Divide by 9, divide by 9. X is equal to 1/9. And make sure you read directions on whether they want a fraction or a decimal. But they don't want a decimal because the decimal is what you started with. So chances are they just want 1/9. Okay, now I will tell you that this is a standardized test question. They like to ask these on a standardized test. And you're confident and feel good about yourself, so you don't have to put smokestacks on your pickup truck. All right, next. Delete. And
so if you had
Go
0.2 repeating, would that be 2/9?
If it was, well, it depends on what that number is right there. It depends on what this number is right here. Okay, but if you had 0.2 repeating, yes, it would be 7. Okay, you got to, that would be 10x is, yeah. Let's see what this next one is, because it's the same type. This one is another one that that you sent in, Mr. Pack. And it is 0.2. So let's do that one. And I'll do it on the same sheet. So x is equal to 0.2 multiplied by 10. The reason we're multiplying by 10 is because the 0.1 and the 0.2 are in the 10th place. So that'd be 10x is equal to 2, that's repeating, 2.2, and 10x equals 2.2 repeating, and 1x is equal to 0.2 repeating. Always subtract, and the 2's cancel. And that will leave you with 9x is equal to 2. Therefore, x is equal to 2/9. And you feel good about yourself. So those are two good standardized test questions. This is 5.353. Let's see if there's another one like it. Yep. Okay, there's two like this one. It's probably the same type, only to the 100th. Number 53 in the book. It looks like number 53 in the book, and number 23 for everybody's homework. Feel like I'm doing y'all's homework, doing one right after the other. I feel so used. X is equal to 4.54 repeating. I think we did these, but I'm going to do it again. I'm going to multiply by 100 because it's in the 100th spot. Oops, I'm sorry. Okay, and that'll give me 100x is equal to 454.54 repeating. Subtract 100x equals 454.54 minus 1x is equal to 0.54, 4.54 repeating. And we always subtract, and the 5 4s go out, And you're left with 99x is equal to 450. Divide by 99. Divide by 99. And I know right now either 3 or 9, because you know from 5.1, you know your divisibility rules. And x is equal to, I believe 9 will go in there 50 times. And 9 will go in here 11 times, and 11 is prime. So you're done. And that will be 50 over 11. Next. And this one is 53. Let's see if it's different. If it's different, we'll do it on the other side of the page. Okay, it's about the same, but we'll go ahead and do it since it's 3. Give you extra practice. So x, 1x is equal to 3.54, repeating, multiplied by 100. 100x is equal to 354.54, repeating. And you can, I'm going to just skip a step because I don't have much room over here, so I'm just going to go 99x is equal to, looks like 350, because the 4.54s, 3.54s, that's supposed to be a 3, I believe. Yeah, sorry. 353. And 3.54s cancel here, leave 350. And divide by 99. Now at this point, 9 will not go into 350, so I'm going to use 3. And x will go into 3 one time. We'll go into the, okay, 3 won't go into it. I don't know anything. 11 maybe? Let's see if 11. 11 will go in there 3 times. Nope, that's your answer. That's probably going to be your answer. So let's see if 350 over 99 is the answer. Okay, so I need to, did I multiply right? 353, 3.54. It must be divisible by something. Hold on, let me see. 5 won't go into it. 5 won't go into 99. 10, no. 3. I don't know what their answer is unless I've done something wrong. Does anybody else get a different answer?
Wouldn't it be 351 over 99?
No, I don't think so. Hold on. Yeah, it would be 354. I did have it right. Thank you. Be 351. You're right. I thought I had it right, but I marked it out and put a 3 right there. Okay, 351 over 99. 3 will go in there one time. Yeah, 3 will go in there. Let's see if 9 will go in there. 9 will go in there. 9 will go in here 3 times. That leaves 27. 81. Yeah, 9 will go in there. So 9 will go into 35 3 times. And that leaves 81. I got 39 over 11. Let's see if that's it. Sorry about that. 39 over 11. Let me get my sunglasses and I'll put them on since I got that one wrong the first time. All right. So that's those. Now, I think we did that question like 4 times. So y'all should have 4 good examples in your notes on that one. 5.3, 65. 5.3, 65 / 27. I'm still looking for my multi-step. Well, this is a multi-step. This is the ones I was looking for. This is a test question. You're going to get a lot of these on my test. And that is division. I'm going to blow it up a little bit for you. There you go. See, that is division right there. So make sure you blow it up. If your monitor sucks, you need to blow it up so you can make sure that is not a plus symbol. See? That is a division symbol. So I'm going to write it down. You write yours down. Brackets, parentheses, -3/4, close parentheses, times 7/9, close parentheses, close brackets, divided by -13/5, 15. Now, first of all, you don't need all these brackets and stuff. So I'm going to clean it up, and I'm going to get rid of these brackets and parentheses because you don't need all of them. First of all, you don't need these parentheses and brackets. Right? You need the brackets, but you don't need the parentheses. So brackets, -3/4 times 7/9. Close brackets, divided by -13/15. And I didn't do anything mathematical. You just don't need those parentheses. Now, you can keep them if you want to. But what's a negative times a positive? What did you say, Miss Grindle?
Why are they there in the first place then? To confuse you?
Because some books put them on there to help students separate them. I don't know. I don't know why they put them there. Maybe to confuse you. I don't know. But they're not needed.
Okay.
All right. So this is a negative times a positive. What happens when you have a negative and a positive and you're multiplying? What's the outcome?
Then it becomes a negative number.
Yep. So your answer is going to be negative right here. It's going to be in brackets. And I'm going to take my handy dandy red pen. And 4 won't go into 7, and 7 won't go into 4, but 3 will go into 9. So I'm going to take 3 will go into 3 one time, and 3 will go into 9 3 times. You don't have to do that. You can multiply 3 times 7 and 4 times 9 and then reduce, but you're both, no matter what method you do, you're going to get 7/12 divided by -13/15. Now remember, there is no dividing by fraction. So what can we do before we even start this part? What do we need to do with that division and that 13/15?
You can't divide by fractions, so you multiply it?
By what? That's mumble. I can't decipher mumble.
I don't know.
Okay, I don't know. I heard that. Okay, what do? Look back at my instructions on dividing by fraction. I crossed out the division and I said, you can't divide by fractions. You multiply by.
You flip them.
You flip the flip-flop. You multiply by the inverse. Or what's the R word?
Reciprocal?
Reciprocal.
-15/13. Now 7 won't go into 13, but something will go into 12 and 15 because you remember that from your prime factorization. So what will go into 12 and 15?
3.
It's a miracle. And what's the negative times a negative?
Positive.
Positive.
So you know your answer is going to be positive. I'm just going to put a dotted positive right there because you don't need to put a positive, but you know that it's positive, so that's why I put it there. And then what is 7 times 5? 35. And what's 4 times 13? 52, Hubert. Miss Williamson says, what was the answer to the homework problem before this? I was writing it out before I got to see it. Well, Miss Williamson, you just SOL. Here you go. Is that the one you're talking about, Miss Williamson? Yes, no, maybe?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Tell me when you got it.
Oh, I got it. You can go ahead.
Miss Grindle, what are you doing with your microphone? Because it keeps going on and off, on and off, on and off. Why is that?
Maybe it's too close to my face. I don't know.
Okay. I just want to make sure you wasn't sitting there, you know, tapping on it. All right.
No, I can mute it.
No, that's fine. You don't have to mute it because I don't want you not to interact. So I have problems with students not interacting. This class is becoming the fun class because y'all actually talk. All right. So 35 over what? 52. 35 over 52. And let's see if I feel good about myself. It's a miracle.
Woo.
See, these are not, now, does anybody notice what I did on this problem? What have I talked about before on these type problems? I do my problems blank, blah, blah, by bleh, blank by blank. What do I do on my problems?
I guess no one remembers what you said.
I do it step
It's straight.
Step
down.
by
Step by step.
step by step. I don't try to do it in one step, guys. Y'all try to do it in one step. I don't know why the guys do that, but they try to do it in one step. It might have something to do with not wanting to use the instructions, you know, and not following directions. It might have something to do with that. I don't know, but it's in our gene. It's in our genes. All right. So let's do a nerd. That's that one. This one is 75. 5.3, 75 slash, where is the question? I don't have it on here. Usually they put, oh, okay, this came from the study plan. Oh, wow. I've never had students actually use a study plan before. Wow, I feel faint. Okay, 5.3, 75. This is from the study plan. So if you want to go to the study plan and look to see which one it is, it's the one when you hover over it, it says 75. Okay? I'm just not used to students actually doing extra work. All right, we did one like this in class because I always remember the ones, these are the ones I like to put on the test, the one with 3 fractions. So that way, not only do you quit because it's a fraction, but you quit because it's 3 fractions. So that's why I put these on the test. 1 over 40. Minus 7 over 50. Minus 13 over 60. And the first thing I'm going to do is find my common denominator. So I'm going to go over here, 40, 50, 60. Why don't you do like the know-it-alls do? Multiply 40 by 50 by 60. That's what the know-it-alls do. And they get this humongous denominator. All right, so 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, and sometimes 13. And of course, I'm going to divide by 2 because most everybody can divide by 2 or 3. And most numbers are divisible by 2 or 3. So I always start with 2. And that's just the way I've been doing it since I was a student. You do whatever you want to because multiplication is commutative and it doesn't matter what order you do it in. But I'm going to start with 2. That'll give me a 20, a 25, and a 30. And at that point, I know I can divide by 5. That'll be a 4, a 5, and a 6. And at that point, my real math stops. So if I needed to put the lowest common multiple, the lowest common multiple is 10. That is the biggest number that will go into all 3 numbers. That's not what we need. We need all ones because that will give us our common denominator. So I'm going to divide by 2. That'll give me a 2, a 5. That just comes down, and a 3. Now I'm going to divide by 2 again. A 1, a 5, and a 3. 5, 1, 1, 3, and 3, 1, 1, 1. Now the good thing about this is I got 2 10s. And anybody can multiply by 10, so I'm going to mark those first. There's a 10, and there's a 10. So what's 3 times 2?
6.
And times 100? 600. So 600 is our common denominator. And as I showed you in class, this is the easy part. How many times will 40 go into 600? Well, let's say you don't have any clue. Take your highlighter and mark out 40. Where is 40? 40 is 4 times 10. So that's 4 times 10. And what's left? 15. Okay, so 15 times 1 is 15. Now, how many times will 50? Well, how much is 50? I'll do 50 in another color. Let's do,
That's 12.
I'm going to do it in yellow. Well, where is 50? Well, 50 is 5 times 10. So that will be 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 3 is 12. So 12 times 7 is 84. And of course, everybody knows that 60 will go into 610 times, but you just add a 0 to it. And 10 times 13 is
130.
Now see, if you think about it, adding and subtracting fractions are not hard, except if you don't know how to do this, you're pretty much up the creek without a paddle. 15 minus 84, I have no idea. I would say what, 69? Somebody help me out. Negative 69?
Yes.
It's negative 69.
And negative 69 minus 130 is negative 199?
Yep.
Over 600. Now that is a complicated problem, and it's not that complicated when you know how to do this. And I guarantee you there are people in this room that have been trying to do adding and subtracting fractions all their life, and they've never seen this over here. Because guess what? I was one of those students. That's why I had my orange earphones, those big foam earphones. When I was at Tri-County Tech, watching film strips with those big orange earphones on.
Nice.
Negative 199 divided by 600. Look at there. And yes, that is a test question. I put those on the test. I put 3 or 4 of those on the test, no problem. So you need to mark that one. And that was Miss Parton's. Now let's delete that one. And this is number 91/36. Come on, multi-step, come on. Okay, this one is a test question, and it's also a standardized test question. So I'm gonna let y'all write the question down, and then we'll do it. I'm going to get something to I'm so sorry I couldn't get the bourbon. I couldn't get the top off the bourbon bottle. It's just one of those things.
TGIF, huh?
Yeah, Red Solo Cup. All right, so here we go. When David finished his first year of high school, his height was 67 and 11/16 inches. So when he finished high school, his height was 67 and 11/16 inches. When he returned to school after the summer, okay, first year, I don't know if I said graduated. He didn't graduate. It was his first year. When he returned to school after the summer, his height was 69 and 5/16. Now, what's good about this equation? What's good? It already has what? That means that's a Q, Q-U-E. That means I want y'all to interact with me. It already has a common denominator, Hubert. That's right, class. Thank you. It already has a common denominator. Oops, sorry. There we go. So, and they probably want to know what the difference is. David's height, how much did David's height increase? So you're going to subtract. You're going to subtract. So here we go. 69 and 5/16 minus 67 and 11/16. And what's the problem? Somebody tell me what the problem is.
Mixed numbers.
I'm sorry, it's mixed numbers, but that's not the big problem. Anybody tell me what if they see a problem?
Don't see a problem.
You cannot take 11 away from 5. You're going to get a negative number, and then you can't have negative height. So we should just quit the problem and tell the teacher that you can't do it, right?
Sounds good.
Nope. We are going to borrow. Now, some of y'all that don't live around here, borrow. We're going to borrow. We're going to take numbers from the whole numbers and make it into a fraction. Okay. Now, do you remember back in grammar school when you had to 63 minus 7 or something like that? You had to what? What'd you turn that 3 into? Okay, that's okay. I'll just talk to myself.
13.
Okay, you borrowed a 10 from this and made it a 5 and added 10 plus 3 is equal to what? 13.
13.
Did everybody remember doing that in grammar school or something like that? Everybody should be saying yes to themselves.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. Now, you're going to do the same thing here. Only you're not going to borrow a 10 here. You're going to borrow a 1, and you're going to turn it into 16 over 16. Why 16 over 16? Because you want to keep the common denominator of 16. If this denominator was 3, you'd bring it over as 3 over 3. If this common denominator here and here was 81, then you'd pull it over as 81 over 81. Because 1 in a fraction form is any number over it what? Over itself. Okay, so I'm going to borrow a 1 from this 69. It's going to make it what?
68.
68. And I'm going to bring that 1 that I borrowed over here, that 1 right here, I'm going to bring it down over here as 16 over 16 and add it to that 5. So now I'm going to draw a yield arrow, and we're going to get 68 and 21 over 16 minus 67, 11 over 16. Oh, I saw something good on TV. Anybody, any Silence of the Lambs fan in here? Silence of the Lambs. Clarice. Hello, Clarice. Clarice came on Channel 7 last night, CBS. It's pretty good. I'm going to keep watching. I record it, but it's pretty good. It's a drama that is fashioned after Silence of the Lambs, and it's about Clarice being an FBI agent, and it's good. I liked it. I wish it wasn't an hour, though. I wish it was 2 hours, but anyway, it's a good show. I like it. And some of y'all have no idea what Silence of the Lambs is. Well, that's your fault. It's your parents' fault. It's a good movie. Plus, it's got Anthony Hopkins in it. He's one of those good actors. If Anthony Hopkins is in it, it is a good movie, no matter what it is.
What? Do you want a
True.
Say again?
You want a Carolina bean? Is that it?
Okay, I think somebody's background is on. All right. So what is 21 minus 11?
10.
10.
Oops.
And 68 minus 67 is 1. And of course, we do not use 10 over 16. We change 10 over 16 to 1 and 5 what?
I got you this time. It's your 3-minute warning. It's 112, Mr.
I know.
Weaver.
Thank you. I got 2 minutes
You're welcome.
now. I think I'm finishing up with the homework anyway. So 1 and 5/8 inches, which is about 1.5 inches. Now I'm going to leave that up for a few seconds so y'all can finish writing it down, because that is a test question. There are several word problems at the end of your homework in 3.5.3, and one of them is a step question, like steps, the height of a step and how many are 11 steps. That's one test question. This is the other test question. There's 2 or 3 in there. Okay. All right, let me look at the last one, and we'll type that in. Okay, this is 3 or 4 days. Heights and increased summer by 1 and 5/8. I don't need to call the roll anyway, so we can go right up to inches. And you should feel good about yourself. That is all the homework. I don't believe it. I actually finished everything before time was over. All right, does anybody have any questions? Let me go over one thing with you right quick. Everybody this weekend should be working on homework 3.1, I'm sorry, 5.1 through 5.3. And Monday, you should either be sending me questions or y'all should be ready to go into 5.6. Okay? Or I can't remember. What does the outline say? Do I go to 5.6 now? Anybody got an outline with them?
I'm gonna pull it up.
Okay, I don't, what?
So I gotta pull it up.
Okay, well, I think we go to 5.6 and then 10.1, I think.
Yes, correct.
Okay, so y'all need to either be sending questions from those, either questions, or we're going to 5.6 Monday. So that's it. Who's got a question? Who's got a concern? I hope I haven't offended anybody. I really hope I haven't.
No more than normal.
No more than normal? Well, that's good. All right. Y'all have a good weekend, and I'm glad y'all got to see me
Bye,
today.
Mr. Herbert. You have a
You
good weekend.
too.
See ya.
Thank you.
Watch those sunglasses and smokestacks and Oompa Loompas. Don't forget the Oompa Loompas. See y'all.
Bye. Have a good weekend.
Bye-bye. I'm going to shut her off. See y'all.